Do you realise that all commercial television stations and almost totally the ABC will not have a news item unless there's some sort of moving picture associated with it? There is an almost unwritten rule that if it ain't got moving pictures, this is not going to be broadcast on the news. So you can't tell whether there are very important things happening in the world and you're not hearing about them because there's no moving pictures. That's one of the reasons why really important things have library footage. How patronising is that to you? The television know-it-alls think you won't listen to a head talk unless it's hidden and there are moving pictures, sometimes utterly irrelevant. Once, a long time ago, television stations got it.
21st century.
Mirko, have mercy on the passing crowd. Have mercy on the... Mirko, have mercy on the passing crowd. Thanks, Mirko, for your contribution. It was appreciated. If they can get you watching a program because you're easily conned, like you like The Block, because there was an issue a little while ago, a couple of years ago, about who does all the work, because somebody brought up the point they're very unlikely to be insured. They're definitely not qualified to be, you know, plasterers or carpenters or electricians or whatever. And Channel 9 admitted, well, of course the work is done by tradesmen. You know, that's ridiculous to think otherwise. But it's portrayed as if they do the work. And still, even though they admitted, say, a couple of years ago, that the tradesmen hired specifically for the job do all the work.
Well, then what do the people do if they don't do the work? Do they go home and have a cup of tea?
I have no idea, except they've got to get their makeup. Like I said earlier, the woman's got to get paint, you know, streaked on her face, and she's told to do this with a paintbrush in hand. She goes, as if she's really tired and exhausted. Couples are told to, you know, just sort of talk to each other, and if you say anything that's sort of like bickering, or as if you're having a fight, yeah, we can edit that in, we can edit that out, don't worry about it. That's how television works. If you don't realise that they're not doing the work and you've been sucked in, and that you keep on watching, when the program's finished you say, oh no, it's 9:15. We wanted to watch such and such on another channel. We had better stay here because we've missed the start. In other words, you are being programmed, you are being manipulated by the TV station to keep on watching them, and that enables them to sell money to advertisers. The whole point of commercial television is to sell advertising. Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, what did you think commercial television was for if it wasn't to sell its ads?
Many people, you garden gnome, many people don't understand. Do not understand. They are being manipulated.
Everyone knows that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I was once in a train, and this woman on the train called her Michelle Corby. That shows how stupid she is. She said Chappelle Corby's going to be found guilty tonight. It's on Channel 7. Everybody watch it. She actually on the train was telling people, watch it. All is revealed. And you're telling me that she knows she's being manipulated? Well, if she doesn't, she's happy with it. She's an idiot. And if she doesn't know, she's an idiot. Whatever way you turn, idiocy rules. Most people don't know that, Mark. You're living in dreamland.
So all you're doing is criticising the idiocy of idiots.
I'm criticising, really, not the people who are being manipulated, but the people who run, especially commercial television stations, manipulating their audience so that they can sell advertising, so they can make a profit.
Well, anybody with an ounce of intelligence knows that, and the ones that don't...
You're very generous, but how many people have even an ounce? The point is, even if you are reasonably intelligent, a lot of people do not understand these things. Story about the second episode of The Block years ago. I happen to know a woman who was a friend of the two gay guys in series 2, and one of those gay guys was portrayed this time. His role was to be a really nasty, hypercritical guy of straights, of people who don't have a design sense, of people who can't build, yada yada yada. That guy, in fact, was a really nice guy, not at all like that. The editing is what portrayed him like that. Now that is disgraceful. The editing of Channel 9 to present that guy that gay guy in the second program as a really nasty piece of work in contrast to the gay guys in the first series. So everybody talking. And if that isn't a disgrace, if that isn't manipulation, and you're asking me, you have the gall to sit there and say, well, what do you want done about it? I want things like that to stop.
That's television.
Oh, of course it's television. You are so slow today.